Hello and good morning and welcome to New Forest Morphs. Today we're going to be covering the grow-ons going up to the adult racks. We've bought another 10 racks from Ridgeway and they've delivered them a couple of weeks ago, but I've been so busy with the egg preparations that I've just literally had this morning. It's been very raining, it's been excellent for breeding, very stormy weather here in the forest, so I thought I would add another 10 rubs to the grow-ons, and that will make space for the babies coming. We've got some eggs in the incubator, we've got about another 9 girls that are going to go in the next 30 days, so it's all starting to heat up here, and we're going to cover just seeing how those girls are doing, their behaviour. We're going to go over 4 projects today. The 4 projects we're looking at getting into is the Ultra Clown project, it's the Pied Cloud project, and it's the Sunset Clown project, and finally the Pied Hypo project. And what we're going to do is we're going to be producing the double visuals, and then we'll add the double visuals to each other, and we'll start to weave those 4 projects into each other, so we get Hypo Sunset Clowns, Hypo Pied Clowns. We've also got the Desert Ghost Clown project, so actually there's 5 projects that we're going to be weaving in. So we bring in the Desert Ghost, the Hypo, the Sunsets, the Ultra Males, and the Clown and the Pieds. That's what we're planning to do. So without any further ado, I'm going to bring out some of our boys that we're going to be putting to the future females that we're growing on. I'm just going to give you a sample of what we're trying to achieve. So I think we'll start off with the Ultra Clown project, and let me just get Chuckles. He's our boy, he's doing really well. He is a clown 100% het for Ultra Male, and let's just go get him out and show you how he's doing. Okay, so here we have a beautiful boy, and we've called him Chuckles because he's part of the Clown project, and Chuckles is a famous name for a clown, so he is putting on good weight, and let me just show you how he's doing. There he is, and you can see his lovely head stamp. There he is. He's about 400 grams, and he's got those lovely bright colours on his dorsal, so you can see how rosy he is and how beautiful he is. Now he is about 9 months old, and he weighs about 400 grams, so we're going to give him another 3 or 4 months before we're ready to breed with him, and then we'll see how he does. But an absolute beautiful snake, and you can just see just how gentle he is and how beautiful he's doing. So I'm really pleased with this boy, and this boy is going to be introduced to, we've got 2 females that we've picked up which have now come out of quarantine, and I've put them into the new rack, and I'll introduce you to his 2 girls, and again we've given them some nice names as well. But that's the Clown 100% het for Ultra Male, and we'll be putting him to these 2 girls as soon as they're ready and he's ready. But yeah, absolutely gorgeous. So we'll just stick him back, and then I'll bring out the 2 females and introduce you to his partners. And just slip him back for a second. Right, so the partners are called Binky Jester and Boo Boo Noodles is the name of the 2 snakes. In fact, it might be easier to show you the new rack, so I'll show you the new rack, and then you can have a look in the drawers and just see what we've got growing up. And we bought them from Ian at IHT Reptiles, and he was so kind to allow us into the project. He's been growing these for 2 years, they're 2021, but just have a little look at these and tell me what your thoughts are. But they probably only need about another 3 to 4 months to get up to size, and probably be ready for the following season. So let me just see if we can get in there. So this is the new additions to the racks. You can see what I've got here. I just added those on, so you can see we've got now a great big line of racks for our breeders and grow-ons moving up. And let me just see if I can zoom into the two new snakes. Binky Gesture is the first one. These are double het clown ultra males, and they're about 1,000 grams each. And they've been well handled. Ian does handle his snakes, and they're so gentle and placid. They settled in really well. They're eating really well. They'll eat anything I give to them, and give them another 6 months or so, they could be up for size for next season. I think realistically we are looking at the beginning of next season to start breeding them. So we're getting ready for the next season, even though we're in the middle of this season as well. And that's part of the fun of keeping reptiles and snakes, is that you can plan ahead, and you've got to prepare your breeder males and your females ready for the next season ahead. So there we go. And you can see I've given them 2 hides, experimenting, one on the hot spot, one on the cold spot, and see if that actually gives them more security. So that one is Binky Jester. Hopefully she'll bring us some smiles. And Boo Boo Noodle, who's the other double het ultra male clown, also came from Ian. And look, loving the new hides already. So very inquisitive, very beautiful. They've come out of quarantine now, so absolutely delighted with these. Normal looking snakes, but they're carrying those double het genes. So there's a good chance we're going to hit an ultra male clown, hopefully in the next year or two. And it just gives us a 2-year head start on the project by buying in the females that have already been grown on. So that's really, really good. So let's just put that back, and then let's see if we can go on to the next project. So filming by myself is not easy because I've got to do camera work and animal work. Jared should be back in the facility next week, so hopefully we'll be able to resume normal business. So let's just see where we are. I'm still carrying a little bit of a fluey cold, but I'm getting through it, and hopefully I'll be healed by next week. So the next project we're going to look at is the double het DG Pied project, and let's get out the male. We're going to call him Tattoo, and he really does look like he's been tattooed. He's got some lovely markings, and I'll go get him out now and just show you how he's doing. Right, you can see that Tattoo likes to climb out of his rub. Every time I pick up the drawer, he always wants to come out and explore. And I've got 2 new babies from last year's pickups which do this, and I think they're just very inquisitive and they just want to explore their territory. But you can see how beautiful this is. A DG visual pied, and I'll try and get up close so you can see him. There we go. He wants to pay attention to me at the moment. So maybe what I'll do is I will pick him up and let him play with me. So he's starting to put on good size. He won't be ready for at least another year or so. So again, this is looking to the future, but you can just see how beautiful he is. He's actually going into shed at the moment, so he's normally a lot brighter than this. But he's a very, very beautiful example of a DG Pied, and we're so grateful for Ben. Great British Bulls brought this on last year, and we picked it up from him. And we have bought a couple of double het. One's a leopard double het DG Pied girl, which we have called Koji, and we've got another one which is a double het DG Pied girl called Maria. So there's 2 further ones to go in. But I'll just show you this little fella here. He's certainly interested in the heat signature of the camera. He's quite a character. But you can see his beautiful patterns, beautiful colours. And that's in shed. Imagine when he's not in shed, how beautiful he's going to look. but I just love all the tattoo patterns on him, and you can see he's got some lovely markings on him. Beautiful example of a DG Pied boy. So Tattoo, we shall let you go back into your rub, and then we'll introduce you to the 2 females when you're big enough and when they're ready. So we'll just slip him back, and then I'll show you the 2 girls that he'll be going to. Okay, once again the 2 girls are over here. So Koji is a leopard double het DG Pied, so we like to get leopard into the double visual. And having a double visual boy is very valuable because the chances of putting a double visual to a double het is 1 out of 4. And that means we could then end up with, let's say 8 eggs. You could get 2 double visuals, one of which could be a leopard double visual, because there's a 50-50 chance of getting leopard. And they're settling lovely. And these ones I think will be ready probably in about a year as well. So this is for next season, if we can get the boy up to size. But super excited about that. And they're settling in nicely into their new home. And then Maria is also the double het DG Pied girl. I'll just show you her. She seems very happy, settled, and that will be the 2 girls. And we go for 2 as opposed to 1 because, as with the Batman project this year, you can see that we have only had one of them that's actually got up to size, and the other one, which was bought at the same time, didn't actually build. So it's worthwhile having a couple of girls on a project, just in case one of them takes longer to build and doesn't go. Here I'm showing you Bozo. Now Bozo is the DG Het Clown Boy, and he was from JV Reptiles, and beautiful example of a Desert Ghost pastel. Actually, it's a pastel Desert Ghost, so the pastel and Desert Ghost work particularly well together, and we will be putting him to the DG Clown projects. So if I can just show you him. So there he is. So actually this is the boy that we're going to be putting to the double het DG Clowns, and I think I showed you the wrong boy. I showed you the Ultra Male Clown Boy. We do have an Ultra Male Clown project, so I think this is the boy that we'll be putting to Jester, Binky Jester and Boo Boo Noodles. There we go. And again, this is the one that likes to explore. He's always coming out, and beautiful example. Let's just have a look at his head stamp. You can see that lovely white crisp pastel DG head stamp, and then just look at the brightness of the blues and yellows that I love in that neck pattern, and it goes all the way up the body. You can see how DG just brightens everything up, and really delightful. And you can see they're nice and gentle, very happy, and happy to pose for us. So yeah, so that is the male that we'll be putting to the DG Clown project, and these are the 2 most exciting projects I'm looking forward to. And once we get the doubles, we'll be mixing them all up again. And there you see he's on exploration. There we go. You want to come on? You want to come to me? So I'll let him come on to me if he wants. Right, buddy, it's time for you to go back. He would prefer to stay out and play, and we'll put him back, and then we'll show you the other snakes that we've got going on in the project. So the next ones are the double het Sunset Clown project, and then we'll finish with the double het Hypo Pieds project. so here we have Archie, who is a Hypo 100% Hetford Pied that we produced 2 years ago, and he's already locking with his mother, which is Moneypenny, and I'll just show you him at the moment. You can see the lovely contrast, and he is a fire Hypo, and you can just see just how settled he is, and how he's about 600-700 grams, and he is absolutely happy, and he's learnt to lock straight away first time, so hopefully we'll be able to produce some visual Hypo Pieds which will have fire and pastel in there as well. So this is the mother, and you can see that Archie locked on the 7th of Feb. It's his first ever lock, first time quite to breed, and this is his mother we've put him to, and she is building really well. Her follicles are getting big. Let's have a little look at her. You can see that she's a good size, and she has a proven breeder, of course, being the mother, and we reckon a couple of months we might get a nice clutch from her, and hopefully we might see a visual, because she is double het for Orange Ghost, and you can see the oranges in the Orange Ghost or Hypo, which is absolutely stunning. So we'll put Archie back, and then I'll show you his sister, who we're building up, that moved up to the grounds, and I'll show you how beautiful she's looking. And we'll just put this guy back. So that is Archie, and the one over here is called, I think it's Jad named it Soot. So Soot is a classically beautiful example of a wonderful looking animal, and it's the Firefly Hypo. Actually no, it's not. This is Soot is the she is a pied which we're hoping will be 100% het for Hypo. We don't think she's Hypo, but she's carrying fire and pastel. So she's moved up, which is fine, and she's doing really well. She's about 700-800 grams. She seems to be settling in nicely. It's Ebony is the one I wanted to show you, Ebony. And let's just have a look at Ebony. She's my favourite Hypo we've got. I've gone for 2 bowls again. I always like to check the heat when I've done a new rack. I check it and leave it overnight before I introduce, but I want to double check that everything's fine. So we've got 87, 88 at the back, and we've got 78 at the front, which is what I wanted to check. Now this one here is getting more beautiful, just like Desert Ghost. The Hypo gets more beautiful with age, and she is settling in absolutely fine. There she is, and you can just see when you put fire and pastel in with Hypo, the Hypo makes it look lovely with the grey head stamp. Just like the DG gives you pastel gives you a white head stamp, the Hypo goes for a much more greyer head stamp. So we want to put the Hypo into the DG to get that double impact of two cleansing and brightening genes. So absolutely stunning, and she is about 800 grams. So again, we could build her up in the next 12 months and hopefully get lucky. But a beautiful little girl, and she's settling in so well to her new home. And this is the benefit of actually creating more rack space, is it makes room for the babies coming through, but also gives you your growns plenty of room to grow and develop and take good sized prey items. So she is looking absolutely stunning. Right, so there's one more project to show you, which is the OD Enchi Het Sunsight project, and we've got 2 projects here with carrying sunset. These are Het Sunsets. The male is called Sunny. He's 850 grams. He had his first lock with one of our clown girls this week, which is Linnea, and I want to prove out this 50% het for clown, because he's got markers that give me the impression that he is clown, and that's why one of the reasons I bought him. And it is a pastel Enchi Het Sunset, and it's 50% het for clown, a 2022 pickup. And let's just see how he's doing. There he is, enjoying his new hide. Won't disturb him, we'll let him settle in. Good humidity, just check the temps again, make sure the temps are fine, we don't want it to get too hot. So it's always important. Yeah, 89, absolutely spot on. I like 89, so that's really, really good. So, put him in there, and then I'll show you his sister, who's an OD Enchi Het Sunset girl, and when they're both ready, we'll put them together. Can you imagine getting a OD Super Enchi Sunset 100% Het Clown, if he is 100% Het Clown, out of this pairing? And I think that would be just amazing. So this is the girl. See how she's settling in. There's the Enchi look, and she is got OD as well, so having Orange Dream in there again is going to be a brightening gene. She seems to be settling in okay. Humidity looks good. Let's just check the temp, make sure the temps are good. So temps are coming in at 88, 89, so I'm pleased with the new setup. And now all I need to do now is show you the girl that we paired to Sunny and got a lock. And this is a home produced Linnea. She's about 2.5 years of age. And we're just going to show you how she's looking and how she's doing. There she is. We think she could be a blade clown as well. We're not 100% certain, but she is lovely. She's got that lovely head pattern to her. Look at the head on her. And she's got 15mm follicles, and she's eating well. She locked nicely first time with a new boy, so hopefully we can prove him out. It's mainly proving out the Sunset to see if he is 100% Het for Clown, because Sunset Clowns are beautiful, and we'd like to produce multi-combo Sunset Clowns, and that would be wonderful if he does prove out to be the case. Okay, so we're now getting close to the end of the filming, and the last one we wanted to share with you was the Ultra Male Pied project, which is the final project I was going to show you. Now I must show you Colt, who's been locking for us, and he's been doing wonderful things. He's a double visual Ultra Male Pied. There he is. He's already locked with 3 girls and knows what he's doing. So we're going to get that beautiful animal into some pieds that are 66% Het for Ultra Male, and they've gone up into the move ups because they are their weight. I'll just show you those. So we've got Mel, and she's settling in nicely. There she is, she's at the back there. See if I can see how she's doing. A beautiful example of I think the Het marking for Ultra Male is in there, and she's got a much more brighter tone to her. And also we're hoping that Lisa, who's slightly smaller, will also have the Het for Ultra Male, but until you breed with them, unless you shed test, you're not going to know, but she's got the C on her C markings. But they both seem to be enjoying their new homes, which is what it's all about. And yeah, so there's the 2 there. There's one other big girl that we've got on the project, which is a year older, and she's almost up to size, and her name is Kelly. So let's have a look and see how she's doing. She is about 1500 grams at the moment, so we might breed with her next year. We'll see how she goes. Let's check her follicles. But there she is. She's about 1500 grams. Hoping that she's carrying the Het Ultra Male, but she's 66%, and that is also a very exciting prospect for us to produce our own Ultra Male pieds. And we shall just put that back and leave them in peace. The eggs are doing really well in the incubation. You can see there's condensation building up in there. We've got 2 spare egg boxes in there ready for the next clutches, and we've got the 2 clutches 1 and 2 at the bottom, and everything seems to be going well. Temperatures are holding 89, and I've cleaned 4 more boxes, so we've got 6 more clutches ready. I've got the vermiculite standing by, and we've got the ultrasound to check when Jazz back next week. And the final thing I'm going to do is just leave you with some dates and some pictures of some of the girls. And what I've done here is Tess is given her a big hide. You can see I've actually upgraded the size of their hides as well. Here's the other upgrade I've done, because they're such big girls they need bigger hides. I've given Mango a big one as well, though she's not using it, she's on the hotspot, and she's due in the next 3 or 4 weeks. and that will be the Gravel Cat project. Tess is the Batman project, so she will hopefully give us some Batmans, and that again will be in the next 2 or 3 weeks. So we've got a lot happening in March. Bubbles is also due in the next 2 or 3 weeks. You can see that she's stained her clean bedding, which is like looks like a show, but it's she loves her big hide, and she's in there, and she is nesting, so we won't disturb her. But these are the girls, the 3 big girls that I've got great anticipation for and looking forward to. And the other one which I'm looking forward to is Electra, which is over here. If I show you her, she's given me a pre-lace shed last week, so it takes 4 weeks from the pre-lace shed to give me a clutch, so we're probably looking at the end of March for her. So her due date, I put the due date on there, it's the 15th of March actually. So on these labels I also predict 4 weeks from the pre-lace shed, so that I'm on it, and I've got a black tag system that allows me to monitor and keep an eye on any eggs. And the other ones we've got are, in fact we've got Peach, who's our dream school girl, is looking particularly big, and she could give us a ovulation soon. She's 3,000 grams, and there she is. She still wants to eat, which tells me that although she's big, her follicles have still got a ways to go, so I don't think she will be going soon, but it's one to keep an eye on. And she's been locking to the blackhead lavender boy, so we're going to try and get blackhead into the dream school project. And there's some wonderful projects to get excited about here. This is Zeus. Look, he just wants to come out and breed. Wants to breed with everything, but that's what blackhead does to the lavender albino. It's got a lovely mauve colour, and look, he's smelling the girls. He's going to 2 girls, Peach and Queenie. So Queenie's a clown. We want to get the project of the blackhead into the clown with the lavender albino, and again he's enjoying his situation. I'll just show you Queenie quickly. She is building, and she's been locking 2 or 3 times with Zeus, so we can hopefully get some nice double hets which will have blackhead in, which is what I want. We'll see how that goes, keep you posted. And we've also got Colossus, so I'm going to bring the Ultramel and the DG projects together. So this is what I've got going on here. They are tail to tail, as you can see. Haven't witnessed a physical lock yet, but Colossus is massive. She's a 4K kilogram girl. And I think we've got Rambo in there, which is an edgy desert ghost boy, and hopefully he'll learn to lock with her. And then we've got the chance of producing some double het DG Ultramels with all those extra combos in. So that's looking good. I think that's about it for now. I'm just thinking if I've got anything else to share with you. There's a few pictures I could share with you at the end, which is on my phone. Let's see if I can get those up and show you some locks, and also show you some of the behaviour of the girls. So here we have, I'll put it on here I think. Here we have Bowser, my dream school boy, locking with Atlas, who's a beautiful pastel cinnamon pied girl. She is only about 25 mil, so there's a way for her to go yet, but she's still feeding quite nicely. And then we move on to, that's a close-up of the lock. And there. Let's see what else we've got. We've got this one here. This is the Sunset Boy, Het Sunset Boy, which is 50% het for clown. He's with Linnea, and that's when he gave me his first lock. So hopefully you can see the lock there. So that was pleasantly surprised by that one. I wasn't expecting him to do that first time. So hopefully we'll be able to prove him out. These are the new egg boxes that I'm cleaning up. This is a couple of other girls that are showing nesting behaviour. Aurora, see what she's up to. She's nesting up with her tail.